Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. We have Bitcoin falling right now below $60,000 support level. We have it trading around $58,335 currently, and so we could continue to see more downside, right? There's a lot of selling pressure going on right now, especially because with the halving back early a couple of months ago, miners are not as profitable as they once were. And so miners are continuing to sell their Bitcoin to remain profitable. We also have Mt. Gox possibly selling Bitcoin as they release Bitcoin out to the people that were affected. We had more news this morning that the German government is selling more Bitcoin. We also have Bitcoin liquidations taking place of long positions, which is creating a fast downfall. And so if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. And as always, this is not financial advice, this is just my personal opinion. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the week's exchange here. They are a partner of the channel, and they do have an event going on for the next 28 days. And so just by signing up, you can earn an airdrop of 500 WXT tokens, which could be worth around $50. And then they also have another event going on here where they do have a 20% deposit bonus going on. And so definitely make sure to check that out as well using the link underneath the video. And so as I mentioned here, there is a lot of liquidations taking place. And so as we can see here, over the last 4 hours, we have had about $18 million of liquidations. Of the 18 million, we have about 16.64 million of those being long positions that are being liquidated. And so this tends to drop the price substantially very quickly. As we just saw, we were trading around $60,000 and it did fall down to about $58,000. Now we could continue to see more downside to Bitcoin since we are breaking below that $60,000 support, especially if the Mt. Gox tokens start being released. That could create a lot of downside selling pressure, especially because it's going to be released in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. And so something else I want to talk about here as well is the stablecoin market. Now we have Tether here, which is the largest stablecoin, right? The total stablecoin market is $163 billion. Now out of that $163 billion, is Tether here at about $112 billion. The next largest stablecoin is USDC at $32.8 billion. And so one of the reasons I'm bringing up USDT here is because it has refused to submit a rigorous independent financial audit. And so they are holding $112 billion of USDT. However, are they actually backing that one-to-one? Right? Do they have the money to support this $112 billion? As we can see here, if we take a look at the market cap, they have been continuing to print more and more USDT. And so we can see this is worth now $110 billion. Right? And so if they do not have this holding one-to-one and we start seeing people move from Tether, which we're starting to see with the regulatory standards coming out from Circle, we have Ripple launching their own stablecoin. And so I think we're going to start seeing a lot of coins move away from Tether and moving into more regulated stablecoins. And so if that does start happening, people are going to start pulling away, right? This is going to start dropping down the value from 110 billion today, maybe down to 100 billion, 75 billion. And once that does start happening, if they do not have the funds to back it, we're going to see this crash. And now if Tether crashes, we're going to see a huge downfall in the cryptocurrency markets. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen today, tomorrow. It might not happen for 6 months, 12 months. However, this is something that's on my radar in the future. I think that regulation is definitely going to start happening. We had Mika go live just a couple of days ago, which is the regulation for stablecoins. And so we can see here that companies will have to provide full disclosure to customers, present a public business model, establish an effective governance system including risk management, register with the European Banking Authority to establish a buyback mechanism, and have sufficient reserves. So in addition to that, issuers of asset-related tokens and electric money tokens must disclose sustainability information from June 30th. And so this went into effect on June 30th here, and this is the regulation for stablecoins. They just announced that here as well. We can see through our French license, USDC and EURC issuance is officially live in the European Union in compliance with one of the world's most comprehensive regulatory regimes for digital assets. And so USDC here is meeting the MiCA compliance. And so I definitely think this is something to be paying attention to since USDT has refused to submit a rigorous independent financial audit. And so if they can go ahead and prove that they're holding it one-to-one, then there's no worries. However, since they have not proven that, they are denying an audit, I think this could be suspicious and this could create a big drop in the cryptocurrency markets. Now, I am not saying this to scare you out of cryptocurrencies. If this does happen, I personally would be using it as an opportunity to accumulate altcoins and other cryptocurrencies that I think have very strong utility moving forward. We can see that the economy and different countries are moving towards cryptocurrencies, right? We have MiCA regulation focusing on regulated stablecoins. And so this is definitely needed in the space. However, Tether could have a huge impact on that moving forward. Once all the bad players are out of the cryptocurrency space, then we're going to start seeing implementation and regulation taking place on some altcoins that could do extremely well. And so let's go ahead and take a look at some more news here. We also have different exchanges delisting USDT. And so they did that to meet the MiCA regulations that went live. We had Bitstamp delist the Tether token here. We had OKX delist USDT in March. And so they're doing this to meet the regulatory standards. And so as they continue to delist USDT in the European Unions, we're going to see less people utilizing that cryptocurrency. And so as I mentioned, as more money starts flowing out of USDT and they do not have the money to back that, that's when we could see the downfall of Tether. And so we have Ripple here also launching their own stablecoin as well. And so this is something I think is very bullish. Again, this is probably going to be a compliant stablecoin that is being launched with XRP. Now, we also have some news here for Ethereum that we have received an ETF listing date. And so this is going to be going live here on July 15th. And so definitely something to be paying attention to there as well. If we start seeing huge inflows like we did on Bitcoin, we're going to see a lot of that money start flowing into altcoins, and it could potentially kick off an altcoin season. And so that's something else to be paying attention to there as well. As Bitcoin right now is pulling back, I do believe that we're going to find support. It could be around $53,000. However, I'm using these drops as an opportunity to continue to accumulate strong altcoins. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future content. And as always, this is not financial advice, this is just my personal opinion. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.